What is Zeke's trade value? Good question. It's complicated, and I don't have like an exact number or defined value for you, but I'll try and present it here. It's lower than what it was in the offseason and what it will be next offseason. The market for RBs is not at its highest point because teams have already found guys to fill that role. Like, you're going to be in a scenario next offseason where, you know what, maybe LaShawn McCoy gets cut. And maybe there's also a scenario where Devin Singletary isn't very good. All of a sudden, a Bills team that right now isn't really looking for a back wants one badly and wants to trade for Zeke Elliott. So you are not maximizing your available markets and trade partners. Therefore, his intrinsic trade value does go down. Now, there is still some trade value, and it starts with a first-round pick and a player, I think. But I honestly don't know if a team is going to do that right now because the timing isn't very good. All right, Cody Clayton, we offered Zeke the second biggest contract, but how much guaranteed? Now you're asking the correct questions, Cody. I don't know what the guaranteed money looks like. I don't have an answer for you. It's intentionally that was not leaked, and almost the guaranteed money almost never leaks because when the money comes out, it's the team leaking it because they're trying to win the war of public opinion. I would assume the guarantee comes in between Todd Gurley and between Lev Bell, which, by the way, is a pretty significant difference in the way those contracts were structured. NFC East hub, chances we work out kicker Carly Lloyd. Don't get your hopes up. I don't see it happening. But it's funny, though. I appreciate that. It's good. She does have a strong leg. All right, Michael Bowlding. Is it a Super Bowl or bust season for Garrett and the entire coaching staff? I don't know if it's quite Super Bowl or bust, but it's pretty damn close. You're talking they got to make it beyond what they've made it before. So that's NFC Championship game. And then probably play well on that and have a tough break, like a Saints-type break. So it's not quite that far for being a bust, but it's very near it. All right, the Lunatic, will we sign Maliek Collins sometime this year if he balls out? Well, will Maliek Collins take a team-friendly contract? Like, I have said many times before, and I'll repeat it again because it's important. You can re-sign the Cowboys key core. You can. Amari, Dak, Zeke, Jalen, already re-signed. Byron, those guys can come back. But you cannot re-sign everybody. No NFL team can. The middle tier guys, like La'el Collins, like Maliek Collins, like an Anthony Brown type, those guys tend to get a little bit squeezed. And Maliek Collins, with the Cowboys having just drafted his heir in Tristan Hill, he might be one of the guys to get squeezed unless he takes less money. And if you're Collins, well, hey, I respect you. You can go get paid if that's the route that you want to go. Now, question for you coming off that Cowboys Super Bowl. Question from you. Will the Cowboys make the playoffs? If you say yes, like this video. And if you say no, please stop watching. We have no need for you here because you're just a hater at that point. So if the Cowboys are going to make it, give me a like the video. I would appreciate that here live on YouTube and, of course, live on Facebook as well. If you say no, I don't know why you're here. Please stop watching. You can throw in a caveat of if Zeke plays, that's fine. Go ahead and show it with a like on this video, guys. I appreciate it. All right, Adolfo Torres Jr., do you see Kellen Moore using these running backs more in the passing game? I think you will. My hope is that it's not more volume, it's better efficiency. A little check down swing pass to Zeke or Tony Pollard, that's tired. Let's be wired. Let's do the swing route. Let's use that one. That's the best move, or do the wheel route. The wheel route out of the backfield, forever undefeated. Let's use that play. Let's do more screens, not just check downs to the backs. Let's maximize those plays. All right, from West Side, will Jourdan Lewis finally get his chance, or will Anthony Brown take the third cornerback reps this year? I assume it's going to be Anthony Brown, but I'll make note from what we've seen in the preseason, and it's not an accident, by the way. The first series for the defense, Jourdan Lewis has been the number 2 outside cornerback with Byron Jones hurt. Or excuse me, I mixed that up. Jourdan Lewis has been the slot corner for the first series, Anthony Brown on the outside. Totally botched that, guys, I'm sorry. The second series, they flipped. Lewis comes as the starter on the outside. Anthony Brown, meanwhile, is on the inside as the third corner. That tells me there is a competition, but Anthony Brown was the number 3 last year, so once Byron Jones is healthy, I figure it'll be his job as well. But I am on Team Free Jourdan, just so we're clear. Michael Caldwell, if none of the triplets get their contracts, who do you see as the next big re-signing? It's got to be one of them. If the Cowboys don't re-sign one of those 3, I don't know who they're going to re-sign. I guess Byron Jones would be next up, but I don't think you'll see a massive re-signing because those are the big guys. Like, those are the 5 you're trying to pay right now. I don't think it's going to be Collins, either Maliek or Lael, and if it is Maliek, he's not going to get a $15 million contract, you know? So I think your next big re-signing is one of the 3 triplets. Gary F. saying, what do you think of the new interference replay? I think every Hail Mary play will have a flag. It is going to be annoying. You guys are not going to like it. It's going to slow the game down, and I do not trust NFL officials to make the correct call. Raphael, who will replace Zeke if it comes down to it this year? The Cowboys have made it very clear it's going to be Tony Pollard. He is the next man up if Zeke's holdout lasts into the regular season. TKG, with Moore as our OC, do you see any trick plays? Yeah, I think you'll see a couple. Not in the preseason, but I think you'll see stuff like reverses a little bit more frequently. I think you could maybe see a wide receiver pass, and I know that the flea flicker is back in the playbook. So, which I want to see because I think that could work out really well. But the flea flicker, that kind of stuff, it's in the playbook. The Lunatic, who is Tyron's projected backup, it is Cam Fleming. He is the swing tackle right now for the Dallas Cowboys. Now, if we get to like week 10 and Tyron is out for the year, God forbid, and Cam Fleming's been bad, what I think the Cowboys would do is I think they would actually take Connor Williams, put him at left tackle, and promote McGovern, if he's healthy too, to the left guard spot. All right, Mr. Worldwide Traveler, do you feel better about running back by committee this year than you did about wide receiver by committee last year? Running back by committee, as has been proven many times across the NFL, can work. Receiver by committee never really works. Now, it's not like I feel that the Cowboys can use a committee and be just as good as they would be with Zeke. That's certainly not the case. But it would be easier to survive a running back by committee than it would be to survive a wide receiver by committee. So I don't feel 100% confident in it, but I do feel better about it if it happened to come down to that. All right, next up here from Zeno Saiyan, why Pollard and not Morris as our backup? Wouldn't Morris be better? Well, we've watched the preseason, right? Tony Pollard has outplayed Alfred Morris. Now, if you had to give your running back 35 carries a game, sure, Morris might be better in that mold, but if you're going to have a starter and your lead back, knowing it is going to be a bit of a committee rotation type deal, Tony Pollard brings you more juice, more ability, more speed, more playmaking, and most importantly, can actually catch passes. That's not Alfred Morris's role. So I'm going Pollard all the way on that front. All right, Jordan Thomas, again with the super chat, thank you. He says Zeke and Lael to the Dolphins for a first and Minkah Fitzpatrick, who says no. I think the Dolphins say no. I don't really foresee the Dolphins being willing to trade a... Think about it this way. That first-round pick, even with Zeke and Lael on the Dolphins team, how many games do they win? 5? 6? That could legitimately be a top 10 pick. So I think Miami says no on that one. They're in the fish tank mode, not trade away a first-round pick. All right, guys, I have a request for you. As you know, I am heading out to a bachelor party this weekend, and you can blame my friend, whose name is Greg. His handle is @NickNackNovak. I know it's a weird handle. I know. Here's what I want you guys to do. particularly on Saturday when we were golfing because I wanted to distract him. Tweet, "Go Cowboys," and congrats at him. Do not tell him I sent you. Be nice, even though he is a Houston Texans fan. But I know, I heard that from Mitch over there in the corner with a loud, oh, I know, right? Tweet, "Go Cowboys," and congrats. I think that will be funny. And knowing him, he will have a meltdown on the golf course, and that's exactly what I want to have happen. So tweet him, "Go Cowboys," and congrats, and I would very much appreciate it. All right, Michael Jacks, who is more likely to make the roster? Oh, you guys are not going to like my answer here. Jordan Chun or Mike Weber? I almost said Chubb, by the way, just so we're clear. I think it's Jordan Chun. As weird as that sounds, I know, but Chun, not Weber, has had more special teams reps. And in week 2 of the preseason, Jordan Chun was in there before Mike Weber in the game. So that could change this week, but right now, I'm going into although I don't think either, frankly, makes the roster right now. The Lunatic, is B. Jones still getting cut? Byron? What? Why no? What do you do? No. No, he's not getting cut. I don't know why you would cut a top 15 cornerback in the NFL right now. No, he's not going to get cut. He's fine. Now, he might not get re-signed if that's what you mean, but he's certainly not getting cut. So just keep that in mind there. I wouldn't anticipate a cut of Byron Jones. All right, back to Zeno here again. Murray 2014, Zeke 2016. Who is more valuable to you? Zeke? Not to cast shade on what DeMarco Murray did back in 2014, but I'm going to go with Zeke as the more valuable player to the Cowboys, and even with the offers they're making to those players entering contract years. The Lunatic, will Richard continue to call the plays on D, or will it change? You will continue to see Richard playing a massive role alongside Rod Marinelli in the week-in, week-out game planning. And you know when the blitzes come, it was Richard who dialed them up. So yes, he will still have some play-calling responsibilities. All right, Michael, what is your take on people calling Kellen Moore Scott Linehan Jr. concerning the offensive play calling? I mean, I get it. I mean, Kellen Moore learned under Linehan, but I want to remind everybody, it's not that Linehan was an idiot, okay? I mean, this is the guy that helped teach Urban Meyer the spread offense. Let's not forget that happened. But Linehan was stubborn. He didn't listen to his players. He wanted to do things his way, not the way you have to do in 2019. Kellen Moore has taken ideas from a lot of different people. So I think it's unfair, especially when we haven't seen a real game yet. Let's not react and decide our theory here on Kellen Moore quite yet. Now, Saturday, folks, is National Waffle Day. So, with that in mind, what do you prefer? Waffles or pancakes? Type W for waffles, P for pancakes. If I'm having just breakfast, give me pancakes, which maybe is a little bit of a different answer than what you guys are going to put in there. But if I want more than just a little breakfast, item, give me the waffles. You can do chicken and waffles. No one's ever heard of chicken and pancakes, It's my mindset. Hey Cowboys fans, thanks for watching the Cowboys Report. If you haven't already, click right here to subscribe to our channel for all the best Cowboys coverage on the internet. That's news, rumors, highlights, mailbags, film studies, and a whole lot more. And I'm making your lives a little bit easier as well with the next Cowboys Report video right here.